Hey everybody, and welcome back to P.U.G. I'll get better at spelling that faster. It's just a little hard with, still learning how to spell upside down, or learning how to set up the camera behind me. One of those days, I'm gonna learn how to do one of those. But anyway, welcome back, and thank you for tuning in. Today we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. I know I keep on saying that, but the channel's still new, so I get to say a lot of things are different because every time something's not what I've done before, it's technically different. So, haha. Today we're going to be not looking at a game that I love, or, because all the games that I looked at so far have been something I've liked in some respect. Dice rolling, or just Kings of Tokyo, or, even the kids game that I really liked because I thought it was just a good kids game. Today we are going to be looking at a game that I hate very, 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 very much. So without further ado, let's look at Guardian Chronicles. Okay, so this is a game by Aiello. This is technically episode 1, Dr. Scarab Threatens All. The artwork on it is actually really beautiful. I have nothing else really positive to say about it. So for that, let's really get into it and let's look at my thoughts on this. Goodbye. Okay, so no, the video is not actually over. I am going to talk about the game a little bit. However, I am not going to go over how to really play it or anything, because honestly, I feel as if not a lot of love went into this game. There was definitely a lot of love that went to the artwork of this game, and that's about it. The gameplay is beyond generic and extremely slow also. The way you up the difficulty is by adding in extra tiles. It's one of those modular game boards where it's a set of tiles and you place them. It's technically only episode 1. I guess they planned on making a few episodes. I didn't even bother to look up if they have more episodes out. That's how much I dislike this game, that I did no further research into it. This is the only game that I've ever played where whenever we were playing it, we stopped playing it before we got to the end because we were so bored. It has an average runtime of about 2 hours, and we could not last that 2 hours. It's a game that was piggybacking off of the giant Boone and Marvel movies that were coming out at the time, and it was also piggybacking off of the success of Sentinels of the Multiverse, which if you haven't played that, I highly recommend that game. That is a really good game. It's one of those like deck building games where you like slowly build your deck. You pick a superhero and you build them as you go, and it's very well done. You fight villains, you fight the environments. It is really good. This one, you start the game, you pick a power, and later on you evolve into your superhero form. And like the heroes, like as I said, the artwork is beautiful. The heroes aren't even like properly named. Like, well, they're properly named. They're generically named. Your main guy is named Golden Boy. Your fire girl is named like Spitfire, or just the most like 1940s Marvel naming conventions that I've ever seen. It's pathetic in its naming. The only like the designs of the characters are also just really boring. I mean, I probably should have not thrown away the box right away and instead showcase some of these. But you know what? I don't want you purchasing this game. I don't want you looking at it and being like, well, that looks kind of cool. Maybe I'll buy it for the art or for the figures or something. No, don't. It's expensive as all hell too. By the way, I got this as a birthday from my friend Anthony, and I feel bad because we tried to play it and we are just like, dude, you wasted your money. And it's really that all that I can say about it. This game is horrible. Do not purchase. It is actually the only game that I will ever review that is a full 0 out of 10. Because I will be talking about games that I didn't like. Like I will talk about Zombicide, which Zombicide has a lot of potential in it. And it has a lot of home rules that you can do to make it fun. This game does not. Like that's the best way I could say it. Like it's beyond playable. Even if we've tried home rules and stuff. I've tried to come up with home rules. People that know me, I know that I love augmenting rules and stuff like that. I mean, I've come out with like a rolling system for my World of Warcraft guild and everything. It's just this is impossible to play. It is not a good game. If you read positive reviews for it, or if you try it and you love it, dude, that is up to you 100%. But for me and the people that I play with, no, 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 no. Do not play this game. Do not touch it. Sadly, that's all that I have for today. I know a short video makes me look a little lazy on my part, as if like I didn't want to write anything. No, I actually really wanted to talk about this game. I really wanted to talk about how bad it is and how you should not be playing it. That's why my next review is actually going to be talking about Dungeon, which is a game that I love. It's a very simple game. I know it's coming across that I'm a very simple person because I like these simple games. Eventually, we'll talk about more complicated games. But Dungeon, I like showcasing these ones that you might pass up on the shelf because they look a little bland. Because, whenever they're simple, you can have a lot more fun with it. This one is overly complex without offering you anything in the way of, like, just fun. Like, the story is bland. It's just the most generic villain story. You have, like, 4 or 5 scenarios that you can run. And the scenarios aren't even good. It's just, like, the rules are just... It's generic and bland, and you're probably tired of hearing me just repeat myself. So let's go ahead and end the video. Are there any games out there that you hate that you may want to subject me to? If so, go ahead and comment them, and I'll go ahead and see about picking them up and playing them myself. Anyway, thank you for liking, commenting about those games. Subscribing, and if you want to help me open my own store, go ahead and check out the link in the description below. Thanks, guys, and see y'all next time. Let me do it. It was me stopping me the entire time.